Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees, and today we're doing a little bit of hive maintenance. We're going through the bee yard, and any of the old frames that was still left over that was on the outside of the hives that are still good, we're pulling the remainder wax out of them and putting them in a bucket. Then we're going to take that and melt it down. And no, we do not make foundation out of it. We'll take these and we'll just make different products for our bee store, salves and candles and stuff like that. But got everything pulled out. We're doing one section at a time. As you can see, the bees aren't moving very good. It's still a little chilly and it's windy, so they're not moving a whole lot. But what we do, because we do have a few that the later splits that done very well, and then some of the older splits, or some of the ones that just failed to make a queen, or the queen failed that didn't make it. So we got to go into those hives, clean them up, get them ready for spring, and that's what we're doing today. As you can see, we got this row all cleaned up and it's ready to go. There's a couple in there that's dead that we'll replace and do splits with in the spring, and so on. We'll continue to do the whole yard like that. But I had an idea, or it's what we do with our frames. Let me show you. When you get that many frames, and it's hard to work because we're pulling them out, cutting out the wax, checking to see we do keep some of the wax. And what we'll do, as you can see here, and it won't take long to fill this rack up. On this side, it's where I've cut the racks, where I've cut the wax out, and some of them just has a remnant of wax on the top that'll act as a starting strip. Where these here actually have drawn out foundation that's still good. Now what we do, we'll set them out so the bees can clean them up good. I just set these down here, and the bees are just now noticing them. And they'll get in there and they'll clean them out, clean out the pollen. If there's any remnants of honey left in them, they'll clean them out. And now what you can do too, this is just short time storage. If you want to do this for a longer period of time, you don't want to ever start this till it's cold. You don't want ants getting into your frames and such. But the temperatures here in the daytime now are like high of 50, and it's getting pretty cold at night, pretty chilly, down in the 30s at night, down to freezing. So if you want to do this long term, you can do this. All we did, we take just like we do our hives, we take these blocks and 4x4s, space them apart just enough where those frames will sit down inside of them, and that way it just acts like a hive, and the bees can get in between them, clean them. And then also, as the temperatures get cold and freeze, then if there's any remnants of wax moths or anything like that, they'll also get frozen as well. So this is a good time to do this when it gets really cold. You really don't want to do this while it's hot, while it's still hot. So this works out very good. Like I said, you can do this long term if you want to put a piece of tin or cover this somehow with some kind of roofing to protect your frames from water damage and such. But this works very well. This will hold, I didn't count, a couple hundred frames, I'm sure. No, maybe 100 frames. I don't know. But it'll hold quite a bit. And then, if you want to add you another section, just add you 2 more cement blocks and 2 more 4x4s, and just keep going with it. And what we'll do as we go through our boxes, as we find dead outs, empty boxes, we'll clean them out, scrape them out, and then we'll take these empties and stick them back in the hives. We like to leave these out for a couple of days if possible, to try to make sure there is no wax moths and make sure they get a good freezing on them. And that's why it's good to wait till it gets real good and cold. And if you do get a little bit of rain, it's not going to hurt them. Just shaking them out. Just don't leave them exposed all winter uncovered. you can actually leave these. I wouldn't be afraid to leave them out for a week or two, or a week, maybe a week. And provided you didn't have a lot of rain. If you're in a dry spell and you don't have a lot of rain, it's not going to hurt them. And especially I got this right under a tree, so and this time of year they're not going to get any intense sun, so it's pretty chilly. And as we go through the hives and clean them out, then I go back through and I put these back into the hives. And then they'll also, as the winter gets cold, the temperatures get inside those hives and it'll freeze whatever's left also. And then they'll be sitting there waiting for me when I'm ready to do splits in the spring. So that's what we're doing today. I just wanted to put out this little tip. There's a cat that helps me. And try to pass on these ideas to the new beekeeper or any beekeeper. Please pass along these videos. Don't forget, we have Nucs packages that we're selling in the spring. Go to barnyardbees.com to put down your deposit. Our queens will be a little bit later. We use all of our mated queens early in the year for our splits, so that's why we don't have a surplus that early. So don't forget, pass our videos along on YouTube. Anyone you know that's interested in beekeeping, we're out here to help the new beekeeper. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.